Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, I am Nolly, licensed nail tech and educator. I'll be sharing with you guys today some of my favorite nail bits. Starting out as a new nail tech or even a nail enthusiast, it's often hard to decide what are good nail bits to start off with. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what my go-to nail bits are. Okay, I'll show you guys how I use them and why they are my favorite. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I want to talk a bit about my nail drill before we get into nail bits, because I feel that your drill plays a part in your nail bits. So let's do a backstory on my drill and why Koopa is my go-to. I was introduced to Koopa when I first started as a nail tech. I bought my very first, very expensive drill. And let's just say, when you are first starting out, don't be like me and get one this expensive. Anywho, I've been loyal to Koopa ever since because I've never had any issues with my drill, except there was a time when one of the plugs in the back was kind of loose and it wasn't working as well. I sent it into Koopa, they fixed it, they gave me a new power plug and delivered it back, and it has worked great ever since. So if you take care of your drill, it can last you. Fast forward to today on my Mani Pro Passport. I was skeptical of getting a wireless drill because I had bought a Mani Pro when it first came out. Don't ask me why I bought it. Maybe because it was cheap and that's why I did it. So until this day I don't know why I even did it. But anyways, the first version of the Mani Pro was not the best because the power on it was just not good. It was not powerful enough. Hence, I was skeptical on getting this electric drill. But I have now invested in this wireless Mani Pro Passport, and I can say that it is one of the best investments I've ever done. Now I'm moving on to nail bits, and the first one I'm going to show here is the mandrel. The mandrel comes with sanding bands, and the ones I often use is either medium or fine. I don't ever use coarse at all because the main thing that I use sanding bands on is to prep the natural nail and to do finishing touches on either acrylic extensions or hard gel extensions. Here's how I use the mandrel. You can see that I have a little bit of lifting here at the corner and that all the color has not been removed. This is the time when I will take my sanding band and start to remove the lifted parts and the little bits of color that is remaining. And I will also be removing the shine of the natural nail. When using my sanding bit, the only thing I use it for is roughing up the natural nail and removing any kind of lifting if I'm doing a fill. But if I'm doing a full set, it's just roughing up the natural nail. Once I'm done, I'll move on to the next bit. The second bit here is a cuticle diamond bit. I grab this one often because it's really good to push the cuticles back while also lifting the skin fold. It really helps me with removing cuticles without taking so much of your natural nails down. So it is actually a really great for prep work. Next two that I'm going to show you is my two medium carbide bits. This one is my safety carbide bit. It has a dome top to prevent you from ever touching your cuticle area. I grab this one whenever I'm doing soft gel extensions or even to just soak off gel polish. It runs really smooth and doesn't ever jerk on me whenever I'm using it. And that is the reason why I gravitate this one more whenever I'm taking off soft gel. Just showing you here that you don't want to put your nail bit all the way down into the handpiece because you want room to be able to maneuver it around your nail extension. The longer the nail, the longer you want your nail bit to come out. I usually have mine halfway. I'm going to start taking off the design. If you look here, the bit is not cutting through my natural nail. The function of the safety bit is to stop it from cutting your cuticle. See how the dome part is just touching the skin and not doing anything to it at all. Now let's talk about this one. This one does not have a dome top. It's more flat. And I grabbed this one a lot because, I've been doing nails for a long time and I am comfortable using these kinds of nail bits. If you're not comfortable using these kind, I would recommend using more of the safety drill bits versus these kind. The reason why this is my go-to drill bit is because I like to get really up close to the cuticle. I like my nail extensions to be super flush to the natural nail, and this bit can do that for me versus the safety bit. It runs just as smooth and works really great for debulking the nail. Here I'm just showing you how close it can get up to the cuticle. See how it can go right into the cuticle versus my safety bit where it's gonna have that dome to block me touching that cuticle area. So it's harder to get into there to make it nice and flush with my natural nail. Just a friendly reminder that if you are going to be choosing any kind of carbide bits, make sure that they are left hand friendly. Not all bits can be used as a reverse. So I do recommend to make sure that when you are getting it, that it does say it is reverse friendly. I wanted to show a small clip on what I do before I use my cuticle ball to smooth out any kind of skin that's still hanging. This cuticle bit has made it to the top of my list and it's really good in smoothing out cuticle. Now I don't use it quite as often as I usually with the other ones, but I pull it out whenever I have hangnails or clients have hangnails or they have really rough skin around the nail. So that's what it's really good for. I wanted to show you an extra nail bit that helps with debunking acrylic. This one is not one that I grab too often because I feel like it doesn't run as smooth. I have a medium here, but I would go coarse just to shave off time if you are ever needing to take off nail extension. Again, this one is not left hand friendly, so make sure that if you do find one that it is one that's left hand friendly. Oh, and I forgot that this one is called our Carbide Typhoon if that is something that you are looking for. Okay, here's all my nail bits from start to finish. I showed you a little bit on how I would use them and to get your nails prepped and ready for product application. that this helped you narrow down what bits are necessary for your everyday use. Again, I hope that you enjoyed this video. All I ask that you just give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.